Have you ever woken up in the soft golden hush of morning and felt the silence wrap around you? Not with peace, but with a quiet kind of loneliness? Have you ever found yourself reaching for a voice to talk to, a hand to hold, or just someone to laugh with over simple memories? As we journey through our 60s, 70s, and beyond, the world can sometimes feel a little emptier, the days a little quieter. But tell me, from your heart, when was the last time you reached out, even just a little, and felt that beautiful spark of connection light up your day? If today finds you walking this road of life a little more quietly, I invite you with all my heart to stay for a while. Together, let's discover the small, gentle acts that can turn loneliness into belonging and fill even the quietest days with laughter, warmth, and meaning once more. Before we begin, I invite you to subscribe and, if you like, share one simple thing that brings you comfort lately in the comments below. Your story might brighten someone's day more than you know. 1. Stay socially engaged. Feeling lonely and disconnected as we age is something many of us dread, but it doesn't have to be that way. Let me tell you about Frank, a man who turned his loneliness into a life filled with connection and joy. After losing his beloved wife, Frank found himself spending too much time alone, his days marked by the quiet hum of the television and the occasional ring of the phone. He felt as though his world had shrunk, and with his kids busy and friends occupied, he slipped further into isolation. But Frank decided he didn't want his story to end there. One day he picked up the phone and called an old friend he hadn't spoken to in years. That call turned into a weekly ritual, a lifeline that pulled him out of his solitude and reminded him of the joy that comes from sharing life's ups and downs with someone who cares. These conversations became a beacon of hope, lighting up his week and bringing back memories of happier times. Not stopping there, Frank took another brave step. He joined a local senior group. At first, he was hesitant, unsure of what to expect, but he quickly discovered a vibrant community of people who, like him, were looking for connection. Through this group, he found new friends who shared his interests and passions. They laughed together, shared stories, and supported each other through life's challenges. Frank even joined an online chess club, which opened up a whole new world of friendships with people from around the globe. This virtual engagement kept his mind sharp and his heart full, proving that meaningful connections can happen anywhere. Frank's journey shows us that staying socially engaged doesn't have to be daunting. It's about taking small steps, like making a phone call or joining a group, that can lead to big changes. These interactions, whether face-to-face or online, can lift our spirits, keep our minds active, and even improve our health. In today's world, technology offers endless possibilities to connect, from video calls with family to online forums where you can chat with people who share your hobbies. If you're feeling a bit isolated, remember Frank's story. Reach out, take that first step, and open yourself up to new experiences. Whether it's rekindling an old friendship or exploring new communities, the connections you make can fill your life with joy and purpose. It's never too late to find your tribe and create a life rich with love and laughter. Let Frank's journey inspire you to embrace the opportunities for connection that are all around you. 2. Establish a daily routine. Imagine waking up each morning feeling like the day ahead holds little promise or direction. Many older adults face this challenge, where the absence of a structured routine leaves them feeling aimless and unmotivated, contributing to loneliness and a sense of emptiness. But establishing a daily routine can change all that, bringing purpose and meaning to life and making each day feel valuable. Let me share with you the inspiring story of Robert, who transformed his life by embracing the power of routine. Robert spent years drifting through his days after retiring, unsure of how to fill the hours that once were packed with work commitments and social engagements. He found himself waking up late, wandering through his house without a plan, and feeling increasingly disconnected from the world around him. This lack of structure weighed heavily on his spirit, leaving him feeling as though he was merely existing rather than truly living. One day, Robert decided he needed a change. He began by setting his alarm for the same time each morning, determined to start his day with intention. This simple act was the first step in establishing a morning routine that would set a positive tone for the rest of his day. He started with a brisk walk around his neighborhood, enjoying the fresh air and greeting familiar faces along the way. This daily walk not only invigorated his body, but also lifted his spirits, reminding him of the beauty and community that surrounded him. After his walk, Robert dedicated time to activities that nourished his mind and soul. He would sit down with a cup of coffee and read a book, allowing himself to get lost in stories that sparked his imagination and curiosity. He also began journaling, reflecting on his thoughts and experiences, which gave him greater clarity and insight into his own life. These moments of quiet reflection helped him feel more grounded and appreciative of each day. As the weeks went by, Robert noticed significant changes in his outlook on life. The routine he had established provided a sense of stability and purpose, transforming his days from aimless wandering to fulfilling experiences. He found himself looking forward to each morning, eager to engage in the activities he had come to cherish. This newfound structure also encouraged him to explore other interests and hobbies, such as joining a local gardening club, where he met new friends who shared his passion for nature. Robert's story highlights the profound impact that a daily routine can have on one's life. By taking small, deliberate steps to structure his day, he discovered a path to greater fulfillment and happiness. Establishing a routine doesn't require a complete overhaul of one's life. It can begin with simple changes that align with personal interests and values. Whether it's a morning walk, reading, or engaging in a hobby, these activities can provide a sense of purpose and help cultivate a positive mindset. For those feeling aimless or disconnected, consider adopting a routine that resonates with you. Start with 1 or 2 activities that bring joy and gradually build upon them. The key is consistency and allowing yourself the time to enjoy each moment. As Robert's journey shows, these small changes can lead to greater clarity and fulfillment, making each day an opportunity for growth and connection. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, a daily routine offers stability and a sense of control. It can help anchor us, providing a foundation upon which we can build a life filled with meaning and purpose. Let Robert's story inspire you to create your own routine, one that reflects your passions and aspirations, and watch as it transforms your days into something truly special. 3. Prioritize physical movement. Imagine waking up each day with a renewed sense of energy and vitality, ready to embrace whatever comes your way. This is the promise that prioritizing physical movement holds, especially as we age and face the risk of reduced activity. Eleanor's story beautifully illustrates how incorporating simple movements into daily life can act as a transformative fountain of youth, enhancing strength, flexibility, and cognitive function, while significantly improving overall quality of life. Eleanor, once an avid hiker and dancer, found her world shrinking as she grew older. Her days became more sedentary, and she started noticing the effects. Decreased energy, stiffness in her joints, and a general feeling of fatigue that seemed to hang over her like a cloud. She realized that something needed to change if she wanted to regain her zest for life and maintain her independence. Determined to reclaim her vitality, Eleanor began incorporating small bursts of movement into her daily routine. She started with something as simple as a morning walk around her neighborhood. At first, the walks were short, just a few blocks, but as her stamina improved, she gradually extended them. Each step was a victory, boosting her confidence and reminding her of the freedom that comes with being active. In addition to walking, Eleanor introduced gentle stretching exercises into her routine. Every morning, she would spend a few minutes stretching her muscles, focusing on areas that felt tight or sore. These stretches not only improved her flexibility, but also helped alleviate the aches and pains she had grown accustomed to. The combination of walking and stretching became a ritual she looked forward to, setting a positive tone for the rest of her day. Eleanor also discovered the joy of participating in community exercise classes tailored for seniors. These classes provided a social outlet and an opportunity to learn new exercises that challenged her body in different ways. From chair yoga to light aerobics, these sessions were filled with laughter and camaraderie, reinforcing the idea that exercise can be fun and fulfilling. Over time, Eleanor noticed remarkable changes in her overall well-being. Her energy levels soared, allowing her to engage more fully in activities she loved, like gardening and playing with her grandchildren. She felt stronger and more balanced, reducing her risk of falls and other injuries. Mentally, she experienced a newfound clarity and sharpness, proving that physical activity truly benefits the mind as much as the body. Eleanor's story illustrates the importance of prioritizing physical movement at any age. Regular movement, even in small amounts, is essential for maintaining health and vitality. It doesn't require intense workouts or hours at the gym. Rather, it's about finding activities that you enjoy and can incorporate into your daily life. Whether it's walking, stretching, or participating in group exercises, these movements can make a significant difference in how you feel. For those who find themselves leading a more sedentary lifestyle, consider taking a page from Eleanor's book. Start small with activities that fit your current fitness level and gradually build from there. The key is consistency and making physical movement a regular part of your routine. As Eleanor's experience shows, these simple changes can lead to significant improvements in your energy levels and quality of life. In a world where aging often seems synonymous with slowing down, Eleanor's journey serves as a powerful reminder that staying active is within reach for everyone. By prioritizing physical movement, you can unlock a more vibrant, independent, and fulfilling life. Let Eleanor's story inspire you to take that first step, embrace the joy of movement, and discover your own path to a healthier, more active lifestyle. 4. Keep your mind stimulated. Just as Eleanor discovered the rejuvenating power of physical movement, Janet found that keeping her mind active was the key to unlocking a vibrant and fulfilling life. For many older adults, the assumption that cognitive decline is inevitable can lead to a lack of mental stimulation. But Janet's story shows that this doesn't have to be the case. She realized that by engaging in activities that challenge her brain, she could preserve her mental sharpness and reignite her curiosity about the world. Janet had always been a curious soul, but over time she noticed her interest in learning waning as she attributed her occasional forgetfulness to getting older. It wasn't until a friend shared her own journey of taking up new hobbies that Janet felt inspired to change her mindset. She decided to take action and explore new ways to stimulate her mind. Her first step was to join a local book club. The lively discussions and diverse book selections rekindled her passion for reading and introduced her to new perspectives. This not only kept her intellectually engaged, but also connected her with a community of people who shared her love for stories. Janet also started incorporating puzzles and brain games into her daily routine. From crosswords to Sudoku, these activities became a fun way to challenge herself. Each completed puzzle brought a sense of accomplishment and kept her mind sharp. She found that these exercises were not only enjoyable, but also an effective way to maintain her cognitive skills. Eager to continue expanding her horizons, Janet decided to learn a new language. She enrolled in an online course and dedicated time each day to practice. Although it was challenging at first, the process was incredibly rewarding. Every new word she learned invigorated her spirit and gave her a sense of achievement. As Janet embraced these mental challenges, she noticed positive changes. Her memory improved, her focus sharpened, and she felt more engaged with life. This renewed focus on learning not only preserved her mental acuity, but also filled her days with purpose and joy. Janet's story is a wonderful reminder of the importance of keeping our minds active. Engaging in activities like reading, learning, or solving puzzles can help maintain cognitive function and prevent the boredom that often accompanies a more sedentary lifestyle. These activities don't need to be grand or complex. They simply need to be engaging and enjoyable. For those who worry about cognitive decline, Janet's experience demonstrates that it's never too late to start making positive changes. By finding activities that interest and challenge you, you can enhance your mental sharpness and enrich your life. Whether it's joining a book club, tackling a new puzzle every day, or learning something entirely new, these small steps can lead to greater engagement and fulfillment. Janet's journey, much like Eleanor's, shows that aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. By keeping the mind curious and active, you can enjoy a more vibrant and meaningful life. Let Janet's story inspire you to embrace new challenges and discover the endless possibilities that await when you keep your mind stimulated. Practice gratitude and reflection. As the sun set on another day, casting a warm glow over the horizon, George realized that his journey through life could be illuminated not by the shadows of what was lost, but by the light of gratitude for what remained. Like many, he had found himself focusing on the things time had taken away, friends who were no longer there, missed opportunities, and the inevitable changes in his physical capabilities. Yet it was this simple shift in perspective, inspired by a newfound practice of gratitude journaling, that transformed his outlook and brought a renewed sense of peace and happiness. George had always been a naturally optimistic person, but as he aged, the cumulative weight of life's losses began to overshadow his usual sunny disposition. It wasn't until he read about the benefits of gratitude journaling that he considered a change. Curious and hopeful, George decided to give it a try. Each morning, he dedicated a few quiet moments to reflect on the things he was thankful for. At first, it was a struggle to shift his focus from what was missing to what was present, but with each entry, he found it easier to identify the positives in his life. Initially, George's gratitude entries were simple, appreciating the warmth of the sun on his face, the taste of his morning coffee, or the laughter of a grandchild. Over time, these reflections deepened, encompassing more meaningful aspects of his life, such as the unwavering support of his family and the enduring memories of cherished friendships. As he continued this practice, George noticed a profound change taking place. The act of writing down his gratitude each day helped him to see his life as a tapestry of abundance rather than a list of losses. In addition to journaling, George began incorporating moments of reflection into his daily routine. He would take leisurely walks in nature, allowing himself to be fully present and appreciative of the beauty around him. These walks became a form of meditation, offering him space to reflect on his life with a sense of acceptance and peace. The combination of gratitude journaling and reflective walks gradually transformed his emotional landscape, making room for joy and contentment where regret and sadness once loomed. George's transformation was not just internal. As he embraced gratitude, his relationships flourished. He became more attentive and appreciative of the people in his life, which in turn deepened his connections with them. The stress and negativity that had previously clouded his interactions began to lift, replaced by a genuine sense of appreciation and warmth. This journey of gratitude and reflection taught George that happiness is not dictated by external circumstances, but is cultivated from within. By focusing on what he had rather than what he lacked, he discovered a wellspring of contentment and fulfillment. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the transformative power of gratitude, especially as we navigate the challenges and changes that come with aging. For those who find themselves caught in a cycle of focusing on losses, George's experience offers a beacon of hope. It's never too late to start practicing gratitude. Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for. Whether through journaling or simply taking a moment to pause and appreciate your surroundings, these small practices can lead to significant improvements in emotional well-being. In a world where aging is often associated with decline, George's story highlights the potential for growth and happiness at any stage of life. By embracing gratitude and reflection, you can cultivate a sense of peace and joy, discovering the richness and beauty that life still holds. Let George's story inspire you to practice gratitude and find fulfillment in the everyday moments that make life truly meaningful. 6. Find a way to help others. As the years passed, Margaret began to feel the creeping weight of isolation that often accompanies aging, leaving her with a sense of purposelessness and longing for connection. Yet it was through the simple yet profound act of helping others that she rediscovered a sense of fulfillment and joy, proving that even the smallest acts of kindness can create meaningful connections and enhance one's sense of value. Margaret's journey into volunteering not only transformed her own life, but also brought light and warmth to those around her. Margaret had always been active and engaged in her community, but after retiring and experiencing the loss of close friends, she found herself spending more time alone. The days felt long and empty, and the lack of daily interaction left her feeling increasingly isolated. It wasn't until she read about a local volunteer program that she considered reaching out to help others as a way to combat her loneliness. With a mix of hope and apprehension, Margaret decided to volunteer at a nearby community center where she could assist with organizing activities for seniors and mentoring young people. Her initial nervousness quickly faded as she was welcomed with open arms by both the staff and the people she was there to help. The simple act of showing up and offering her time and skills began to fill the void that had been growing in her life. As Margaret immersed herself in her volunteer work, she discovered the profound impact that helping others had on her own well-being. Each day brought new opportunities to connect with people from all walks of life, each with their own stories and experiences. Whether it was sharing a laugh with an elderly participant during a game of bingo or offering guidance to a teenager struggling with school, Margaret found that these interactions enriched her life in ways she hadn't anticipated. Through volunteering, Margaret not only forged new friendships, but also rekindled her sense of purpose. She realized that her presence and efforts, no matter how small, were making a difference in the lives of others. This realization brought a renewed sense of value and satisfaction, counteracting the feelings of loneliness that had once seemed overwhelming. The community center became a place where she belonged, a hub of activity and camaraderie that filled her days with meaning and joy. Margaret's experience highlights the transformative power of giving back. By stepping out of her comfort zone and reaching out to help others, she was able to create a network of meaningful connections that enriched her life and the lives of those she touched. Her story serves as a reminder that acts of kindness, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect, spreading positivity and fostering a sense of community. For those who feel isolated or lacking in purpose, Margaret's journey offers a path forward. Finding a way to help others can provide a sense of fulfillment in connection that counteracts feelings of loneliness. Whether it's volunteering at a local organization, offering support to a neighbor, or simply lending a listening ear to someone in need, these acts of kindness can reignite a sense of purpose and belonging. In a world where aging can sometimes lead to isolation, Margaret's story demonstrates that it's never too late to find new ways to connect and contribute. By embracing opportunities to help others, you can discover a renewed sense of purpose and community, enhancing your own life while making a positive impact on those around you. Let Margaret's experience inspire you to reach out and create meaningful connections, finding joy and fulfillment in the simple act of giving back. As the day draws to a close, let's carry with us a simple truth. Growing older is not a closing chapter, but a new beginning, an invitation to rediscover joy, to weave new threads of meaning into the fabric of our days. Through Frank's call, Margaret's kindness, Robert's steady mornings, Eleanor's steps, Janet's curiosity, and George's grateful heart, we are gently reminded that even the smallest acts of reaching out, a conversation, a helping hand, a simple smile, can breathe life into the quietest corners of our world. Each day is a canvas, and every gesture of connection, every moment of gratitude, every step towards someone else paints it with colors more beautiful than we might have ever imagined. If this journey has stirred something within you, I invite you to stay a little longer with us. Subscribe to join a growing circle of hearts walking this path together. And if you feel moved, share in the comments one small act that has brought you joy recently. Sometimes the simplest words can light the way for someone else in the dark. Here's to the beauty of connection and to the quiet courage of embracing each new day with an open heart.